Good morning. My name is Charlie Johnston. On the eBay store, I'm known as the Amaryllis man. This morning, I wanted to show you how to pot Amaryllis sprouts that were sprouted on water. Here we have sprouts that were planted in soil, and as you can see, they're up real well and will need fertilizing. Just a water-soluble fertilizer with a light application about once a week is all that's needed. You'll want to keep the soil a little moist throughout the growing season, but don't bog it down with water or you'll cause root decay. Here are amaryllis sprouts that I planted this week. These were floated on water, and as you can see, they were lively enough and large enough to gain a pot for themselves. So that's where they are. I'll fertilize them in a couple of weeks after they've grown acclimatized to their new home. So let's get along with our program this morning. Here are small pots of seed I've floated. Maybe you can see some of those. 6, 12, 13, that's how old they are. These are a little young yet, but here's a nice pot that's ready to go. Very large sprouts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the sprouts and I'm going to place them in the soil I've prepared. And here we go. You can see they're pretty good size. They've got roots, they got the formation of a bulb, and they have the leaf sprout, or scapes as they're called. So it's a simple matter of finding a pot that has enough depth so that the seedling can grow and root sufficiently. I chose this one because I have so many to plant. Here we go. I prefer to put them around the edge of the pot so that the leaf scapes have something to lean upon in their infancy. As so, just pack the soil in gently. Make sure the root is covered with soil. And on you go. Of course, you can come out into this area if you choose to do so. Nothing says you can't, but I like to lean the flower, or rather the leaf scapes, up against the edge of the pot. That keeps them off of the moist soil. They tend to rot if they get onto moist soil. So that one's going good. I won't bother to do all of them now. Same with this pot. It's got more depth. I really choose to put real rich nutriments down into the soil so that as they grow, they pick up good fertilization. Not much to it. Not much instruction required, but it is labor intensive. It takes individual handling of these seedlings. Of course, if you're planting them as we did here, you just sprinkle the seed, put a little soil over the top, keep it moist until they germinate. That's all that's required. Then later, after they've gotten up to about 3 inches in height, I'll give them individual potting. But for now, the seedling need to be gotten out of the water. After a while, if they're left here in this condition, they'll decay. So that's why I'm moving them to a temporary home. I have to call this a temporary home. So after they're potted, then gently water them so that the water is soaking through all the soil. Maybe pat it down a little before you water it. And water them without fertilizer for the first 3 or 4 weeks. Just once a week is enough watering if they're in the shade. And that's where they need to be. Don't place them out in the hot sun. Place them in the shade. Then water them about once a week for the next 3 weeks. After that, a light fertilizing every week until the end of the growing season. And if you've done it right, you'll have plants that are healthy and about 3.5 inches in height. It works for us. It'll work for you. It's not that complicated. Hope this was a help to you this morning. You can find us on the eBay store. Here's our information. We're located at www.stores.ebay.com/amaryllisman. Well, God bless your wonderful heart. Enjoy your amaryllis farming and care. See you next time on eBay. Bye-bye.